crazy, but here's my number. So call me, maybe not. Are you, baby? Here's my number. Call me, maybe not. Hey, I just met you. This is crazy, but here's my number. So call me, maybe not. All the other girls try to chase me, but here's my number. So call me, maybe not. You gave me nothing at all. You gave me nothing at all. Mother's in this song. Bryce keeps calling now. Oh, my jeans was showing. Give me a break here, Bryce. I haven't started yet. No calls yet. Please, no calls yet. Don't use this number here, even if it appears to work today. I just met you. So just hold on. If you would, please. But here's my number. That means you, Bryce. So call me. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Here's my number. Yeah. So call me, maybe. Don't you like? I mean, I kind of like this. I listen to this in my leisure time now. No, don't call. So call me, maybe. Do not call. Don't call. Do not call. But here's my number. It's Bryce again. Bryce, don't call. I got to unplug the phone, and I want to use it, but I'm not ready yet to do the phone thing. Bryce. So bad. Bryce Claggett, if that's your name. I missed you so bad. How could you? Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I didn't know you. Okay. Here's my number. So call me. Yeah, but not Bryce right now. Call later. Call later. Yeah. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Bryce. Well, we get to test the phone here. Bryce, just, I know this gets even better. Stop for a minute. Stop for a minute. Bryce, can you hear me? Bryce. I can hear you. Okay, you can't hear me because you're talking all the time, Bryce. Have you noticed that when you're in a conversation, you're doing all the talking? Good answer. Okay, that was a really good answer. No, listen, Bryce, can you not call yet? I do a little show here thing. So, because I'm imitating, like doing a show thing. So I do that, and do this and this and that. And now here's this category, and there's that event. And then here's what goes on here. And then today is actually science. I got the folder right here. It's Science Thursday. So I got a few science things. Okay. Is there anything I should look up before you call me back? No. Wait for my call, though, okay? Oh, okay. I'll call you. Oh, there goes the phone. All right, got to go. All right. That wasn't even accidentally on purpose. All right, I'm fine. Hi, how are you? Michael Feldman here. This is an interesting career choice. And just when I thought I had no career choice. But, I'm on Facebook Live, and I didn't kill or chase somebody in my vehicle to get on Facebook Live. So I feel pretty good about that. You got to, how are you? Good. It's June the 15th, 2017. That's not the year. That's so stupid. 2017. I don't think it's actually a year. It's just a series of numbers. And what happened on this day and some other day, this goes back to my first attempt to do a radio show. The book I had there, back in Dolly's Fine Foods, because sometimes you have nothing you want to start off with. So, but you can always have the book of the book of days. This is not like the big one that someone was it Copernicus? No, it was Sir Robert. Anyway, not that one. But it is a book of days, and it's pretty good. And the biggest thing about today is that St. Vitus did his first dance on this day. Not under his own power. He was lowered into a vat of oil. And it doesn't say, why they did that to him. But he was he asking for it? I don't know. Is anyone really asking for that? Did he want the saint? You know, sainthood is a nice thing, but it should be just awarded on merit. I don't think you should have to be boiled in oil to achieve it, because it keeps a lot of really good saint-qualified people from becoming saints. But he is a St. Vitus, the patron saint. There was this day, what year was that? Does it say? It was boiled in oil today in the 4th century. That's a little vague. So in the 300s somewhere there. And he's been boiling ever since. If you keep him at a steady boil, St. Vitus is all right. It's also King Vladimir's Day in Denmark. And the Danish flag first flew for the first time. A lot of F's in there, but I did pretty good on them. Benjamin Franklin flew his kite. It was a stormy day in June 15th of 1752. And I don't think he knew what the hell he was doing, Franklin. I think he was drunk and he'd been carousing, and hopefully he wore his pants out when he flew the kite. And his key just happened to be on his hand, and it went on the chain there, and I can't explain the Leyden jar, why that was there. But it's Ben Franklin. He's probably, well, never mind. Okay, so that was Ben Franklin, so that was good. That was cool. He was a cool guy. I mean, I liked Franklin. I mean, I didn't know him, but I can't say I like Franklin because one of us is not here now. Rising of the Nile, June 15th, is a big deal. Farmer's Day in Korea, June 15th, is the day you transplant your rice seedlings. So if you are listening to this in Korea, would you please get out there and move them seedlings? They're not going to move themselves. All right. And the vulcanizing rubber in 1844. Goodyear. He was a good man that Goodyear. And that was a good year, 1844, for vulcanizing rubber. Why is that the one thing you learn in school that you remember is about vulcanizing rubber? Does that say something about what schools are doing, what they aren't? No, I don't think so. It says something about the power of vulcanizing rubber. Also, Guy's Own. Call me maybe not. Last week we had some technical problems besides Bryce. They weren't the fault of Bryce. And in fact, we only had technical problems. We didn't have a show. Well, I did some stuff, but it is up there if you want to look and see what happened. But I'm not saying it was perfect. But I'm not saying it wasn't. In a way, it was perfect. Because you have a show called Call Me, Maybe Not, and no one calls you. But they were trying to call, but they couldn't call you. So it was like, was it a tease? Was Feldman doing a tease on this big career departure? From House of a Guy's Own. I have changing the locks. Well, that's, okay, my wife, the former Consuela, she told me today she was having all the locks changed this morning. She mentioned it kind of casually. And I said, oh, okay. All of them? Yeah. All right, so, and that's on Monday. So then I have, of course, all the keys to the former locks of the house. I do leave to come here to a House of a Guy's Own, where I get my groove on. And so when I come back, there will be different locks on the house. Now, there's so many ways you could take something like that. You know, your wife changes the locks on the doors, or someone claiming to be your wife. Whatever, we're on air. That's the main thing. So I said to her, you know, are you going to be there when I try to break into the house to get back in? I get frustrated after about 5 minutes of banging on the door and trying all the doors and finding my keys are obsolete. You know, forgetting that you said you were changing all the courses. That's not the first thing on my mind. And she said, no, I'll be gone most of the afternoon. All right. So, you know, I can break into my house. I hate to do it because, anybody walking by can see what you got to do. Anyway, changing locks. All right, and bananas. I always write notes on everything else. It says here, bananas, all female, exclamation point. Did I underline it? No, I didn't. I underlined changing the lock, so. Bananas are female. And did I want to talk about that? I had a banana here, and I was thinking, well, female. And, but then I had to brush my teeth because I hate banana teeth breath. I mean, probably only you can spell it. Not you. One can only spell one's own. But that's with the feeling, it tends to coat. But it's not an even coating. It's a little, you feel a little. And on the breath, banana breath. I mean, there are worse things you could have coming out of your orifice. Well, it is science. Science Thursday once again on Give Me a Break. What else can I do? Taking out the science folder here. What do we got? Well, I thought this was good just for the headline. Large Canadian Arctic climate change study canceled due to climate change. It's honestly true here. Didn't make this up. There. It's like Jay Leno. Oh, Jay, that was pretty funny. Secrets behind T-Rex's bone. They discovered that T-Rex, I don't know how they discovered this, T-Rex could crush with an 8,000-pound bite force. So that's 8,000, 3 small cars, basically, tooth pressure. Well, talking about grinding your teeth, like you grind 3 small cars in there. 8,000 pounds of force. And so the teeth alone were doing 431,000 pounds per square inch of tooth. That's a tooth you don't walk away from. If you see a tooth like that with 431,000 pounds, an 8,000-pound bite force. So, and yet where are they? They're so smart. They got all that. Where are they? This bothers me because it's in the BBC. Ancient bird. Oh, wait a minute. Ancient bird like a kangaroo-sized flying turkey. All right, so it's about turkeys are really big, and it's from Australia, so they got to compare it to something. Kangaroos are available for that. But what bothers me is they said a flying turkey. Like, turkeys fly, man. Maybe not these things walking around, in these factories, these turkey factories. I doubt they fly. But we have live turkeys around here. All kinds of wildlife. And they fly, They tend to walk on the street, I've noticed, turkeys. But they definitely all fly if they feel like it. I don't think they don't like to do it. They don't migrate, I don't think, do they? Is there a big turkey migration? This is kind of cool. Sensitivity to inequity is in wolves and dogs' blood. So, because my dog, what's her name again? This one? Bella. She is really a sensitive individual. I don't say a human being, but she's a very sensitive being. And I believe she would react to inequity, just like humans and primates. Because we all have a common ancestor, so it means that Bella, a gorilla, just pick one, any gorilla, a wolf, and I, and me, me, is fine, all have a common ancestor. And what could they possibly look like to generate all those forms? It's a scary thought. But if it's not, there's no fairness like in treats with that dog and another dog, they will react to it. And if they see the other dog doesn't get enough, they will not react to it. So there's limits to their inequity sense. Dawn of humanity, Neanderthal to Homo sapiens transition. I believe we're still in it. So I think the results are still out on that transition. We're not out of it yet. Neanderthal Homo sapiens transition. I didn't have a chance to read this, but I know that I'm going to save that because that's fascinating. As is the promiscuous salamander found to use genes from 3 partners. Okay, so I'm making the most of it. It's like cooking. If you're a salamander, you know what can I if I were a salamander, I would probably think the same way I do now, which is what can I make out of what's here? You know, so when you're cooking, and that's what the salamander. They say it's promiscuity, but I don't think the salamanders themselves consider it to be promiscuous behavior. That's a human misconception or conception, depending upon the situation. I'm not saying it can't be. I can't even remember what it is, to tell you the truth, promiscuous behavior, but I think there are some good things. But to accuse a salamander of promiscuity is going a little far. But they found a genetic formula for success: mate with multiple males and use equal parts, so there is equality involved, of each partner's genetic material in her offspring. So there you go. And that's, I didn't really read this either, but it caught my eye. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens. How does it come out balanced? Keep it simple. Team that's unbalanced and loses a top player, you won't win. This is a graduate student speaking. You know, really. Can we be scientific about it, please? Donor microbes persist 2 years after fecal transplant. I only bring this up because I would be a donor. I mean, I don't want to brag, but in terms, if someone needs fecal matter, right now I'm just flushing it away, and I'm not even looking for money for it. You know, it's not like selling blood exactly. Oh, pardon me there, my elbow. And okay, and this is the final thing. It's kind of the biggest thing, but it's kind of cool. It's called the old list, the oldest things on Earth. I heard on the oldest. Oh man, am I on it? The oldest. And what's the oldest thing there? These are all trees, basically, because even a tortoise gets rigor mortis. And a clonal tree. No, wrong. Well, first of all, let me say, there is a group that does this. It's Rocky Mountain Tree Ring Research. And it's a database of old trees. And you should check it out, actually. I never know what appeals to me, but here you go. It does. Old List is a database of ancient trees. Its purpose is to identify maximum ages. I should talk into this. I guess I never learned to do that. No, maximum ages that different species in different localities can attain, such that exceptional. Oh, it ran off the page there. I didn't shrink it to that. Anyhow, this is the list. What do we got here? In 5,000 plus years, we've got a Pinus longeva. I'll say that is 5,062 years old. So if let's say you just turned 62. Doesn't that make you feel a lot better about yourself? It's 5,062. Type XD, I don't know what that means. Anyhow, located in the White Mountains in California, USA. And that's over 5,000 years old. 5,062. So 5,000 years and one of you. That's pretty old. The Pinus longeva in the Methuselah, you've probably heard of Methuselah pine in the White Mountains, is nearby, actually. It's only 48, 45, though, so it's not even close. And the Pinus longeva Prometheus in Wheeler Peak, Nevada, is 4,844 years old. And then, so the pines really, and here's sequoias and stuff, and they're in the 3,000s. You get a Juniperus occidentalis, and the big accident because it's 2,675 years old. The Schofield juniper in Sierra Nevada, California. That's pretty cool. And then it goes down. More pinuses. There's a ficus here. Probably got regifted for 2,000 years. I think ficus. I don't know what a ficus. Yeah, it's been regifted for 2,217 years. More pinuses, and then more pinuses. Pinus. A Pseudatuga menzelsii. is the only thing that breaks that up, and that's in Vancouver Island, Canada. It's only 1,350 years old. But yeah, you can go through this list. I don't know. Check it out, though. Okay. How are you? Anybody feel like playing the Whad'ya Know OneFer Quiz? We can do that here. I've got everything essential to do that. You could try calling the number here. That's on the, it's 608-256. Well, you can see it. 3029. It drives you crazy, doesn't it, these things? I should make it go faster or go away. Or 608, and you got to have these. 608 Claude 0X. You can call that number now. And if you do, well, then things will just fall into line. And the phone lines are now open at those numbers. And let's see, where's my level here? I got a level here in case someone does call at those numbers. So now we're just kind of waiting. 608-256-3029. We're going to do this or I'll get Bryce back on right away now, and no one else will get a word in edgewise. I'm telling you. He's a very funny guy, very smart, and I like him. But no one else will say anything. I won't say anything. And come on, this is my last chance. In media. All right, so phones are, if you don't call in, I will play that song that I made again. Oh, see, that worked there. Who is that now? It's a wireless caller. Okay, I'm going to take it because I'm going to take a chance. Hello, wireless caller. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Hi, wireless caller. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I got to turn off my computer.
Is this Carla?
So that I don't get the feedback.
Is this Carla?
Carla, the unknown woman.
You and Bryce have been plaguing me ever since this whole thing started, and calling. But it's very nice to talk to you, Carla. Thank you so much for your message.
Well, I feel bad now.
Why?
Because I see how hard you're working. Now that I found you on Facebook.
Yeah.
I feel like I scolded you for not telling us where your podcast was.
Well, I'm not good at all aspects of this industry, if that's what it is. I don't think it's an industry, to tell you the truth. But
it's coming in loud and clear now.
I'll tell you something. It's either this or Uber for me. I'm at a career juncture. And I'm a terrible driver.
I couldn't hear that.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, what now?
What now? No, I say it's either this or Uber, and I'm a terrible driver. I was a cab driver for a while, and I had the lowest revenue per mile in the fleet here with Union Cab in Madison. And I was proud of it. That's just the kind of guy I am.
I see.
I used to hide from calls. I'd turn the radio off, and I would, I don't know, in those days I used to read and eat snacks in the cab. Park it somewhere in the shade or something. So that's what I'm saying. I've got to make this work. Would you like to play the quiz? You've been so nice.
Sure.
Yeah?
I'd love to. I've wanted to for 30 years.
30 years?
We used to call in and have to be on hold for hours and hours.
Yeah, times change, eh?
That's all right. You're doing it good.
Okay.
Now we know where to find you.
Here's where I am, and I'm here for you all the time.
What's that?
I said I'm here for you all the time.
Okay.
I mean, day or night. You have my number. You can call me.
Maybe.
Yeah, call me maybe. All right. By the way, do you like that song? Call Me Maybe.
I love the new song. It's hilarious.
Oh, mine, but my version. I mean, the original one, the Call Me Maybe song.
Oh, I thought it was awful. But
Yeah.
your version is hilarious.
It takes it in a different direction, I'm thinking.
I'm thinking I like the direction.
Yeah.
And it's very funny, especially when the phones don't work.
Yes. Yeah. Then it becomes somewhat too ironic for me, I think. I can take only so much irony. When everything goes ironic on you, then you're in serious trouble. So this is a 1-4, dear. So all you got to do is tell me which of the categories you want: current events, people, places, things you should learn in school, had you been paying attention, science, or odds and ends. And if you get that question right, you will win a fabulous prize. And you deserve it.
I'm scared to ask current events. They're making me sick. So let's say odds and ends.
Odds and ends, good. I like to see someone who can take a chance. Puffer fish. Are you a fan of puffer fish? Okay.
Tell me again. I'm having trouble hearing you because I can hear the computer.
Oh. Puffer fish.
Sorry.
Puffer fish.
Hover fish.
No, puffer. Mit a P. Puffer fish. Puffer fish. Puffer fish.
Okay.
Okay. Let me finish the whole thought here and let's see what we got here. Puffer fish and humans share something. Okay. Is it A, the same outlook on life? B, basically the same teeth? Or C, is it the love of tropical reefs? Puffer fish and humans, what do they share?
What does the audience think?
They think it's time to get back to work now, I think, because look at it, it's almost 12:26 right now. What do you think?
I'll go with B.
D?
B as in boy.
Oh, that's a D as in dog, because there is no D. Yes, B, the same teeth, the same genes, basically. They, genetically speaking, if you had a pufferfish tooth, size and shape, aside, and a human tooth, and there would be no difference between them.
Yay! Hit the applause sign.
I don't. It's in the other room and it's not hooked up now because I haven't been used. I would sort of like it around the house or something, but I do have an on-air sign.
I see that.
In my house,
it's coming along.
Very nice.
Just as we would expect for Michael Feldman.
Well,
You're doing wonderful.
Thank you very much, dear. Would you do me a favor then? Would you? You can email me at. What's my email again? Yeah,
I've got your email.
Yeah, whad'ya know2@gmail.com. Do you have that one?
Whad'ya know 2, the number 2 at
gmail.com.
Gmail.
Yeah.
Yes.
And give me a mailing address for you, and we're going to send. We're going to send you. We're going to get some. Forget about the Maxwell House coffee, and you can put some freshly roasted Tano Batacor El Aguila Paca Moraine in your coffee cup from Herb Brodsky and his eager team at Denver's famed Novo Coffee. We're going to send you that coffee. You're going to enjoy it. This is world famous coffee that Herb and the Brodsky boys do out there in Denver.
I'm thrilled.
He's a close personal friend. That has nothing to do with that endorsement I'm making. Plus, they give us free coffee to give away all the time. So it's so great. So if you'll send me that address, and then we'll get that to you. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
We love you.
Bye. Thank you very much. I love you too. I said it.
Go talk to Bryce.
Yeah. Go talk to him or don't talk to him. No, bro. We're just about out of time now. It's amazing. If someone else wants to call in, and we'll get to Bryce maybe on the next edition, because I know it would be. I only have a half hour, Bryce, and I definitely do want to talk to you, but we'll have to work it in. Maybe if I go with longer format. I'm trying to get away from long format. See, because I was told that, like a podcast. An hour podcast is a bit long because people don't have that much attention span anymore, or something. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see what else here. Anything else that I want to cover before we leave? If you want to call real quick, I can call. We can do a quiz like that. These OneFers, they go fast. So if you want to get, we got a few minutes here. You don't have to be back exactly at past, do you? 608-256-3029 or 6. Hello?
I didn't get into the microphone to show.
Huh? What? What? The who? The what?
Michael, is that you?
What? Who? Me? Yes. Hi.
There's such a differential in the voice quality between his landline and the high quality podcast I was watching there.
Yes. Really?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Calling from Estonia on the phone, but
You know that Estonia is one of the world's worst phone systems. I would imagine. I don't really know, but I would think that.
well, it's all Estonian war surplus equipment, you know.
Yeah. I heard also Estonia has universal health care, but it sucks. Since you brought up Estonia, those are the only two things I know about Estonia, and one is an assumption. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
This is Mike from Racine, longtime listener. Love the show.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Tried contacting the other day and
Yeah.
got a big laugh out of the fact that you couldn't call in.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do there in Racine, Mike?
I'm retired now, but I used to do medical sales of X-ray equipment for years.
Yeah. That doesn't get old, right?
It's very boring, actually.
Yeah.
But,
Because they don't change it up every year. You don't like fins on some new X-ray equipment or something.
no.
Or chrome, a nice chromed X-ray machine here. You know.
Technology evolves, so.
Technology does, yeah. Well, now those MRI things, those are the money makers, right?
It's kind of old school, really.
Are they? What's the latest thing now? If you were still in the business now, what would you be pushing in the latest contraption of that business?
You know, it's probably software patches to take existing information and make it look different or present it differently and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you can charge more for it if you have it.
Yeah, but let's not talk about that.
Repackage.
I mean, it's scattering news today, not the blimp going down at the Open or something that Trump said.
Yeah.
But what's this with Yoko Ono getting like almost full credit for Imagine?
Oh no, I didn't see that really.
Yeah.
What John just came up with a title, maybe?
Well, I guess I just think I feel like she broke the Beatles up, and it kind of shocks me now.
You know, you really got to let go of that whole thing now. You know, he's gone, and the Beatles are half gone, and she's aged now, and she's got some memories and a horrible incident there, and everyone hated her from the beginning, and now they hate her afterwards. And I'd say we got to let her off on this now, this charge. Yoko, I wish her the best.
Right.
I don't think she wrote Imagine. I agree with you there. Or maybe she did. It's kind of her attitude, which is really kind of ruined the music. That's true. And some of the stuff that she did was almost unbearably unlistenable. But I don't hold that against her. That's just her, and he loved her, and I'm sure she was very good to him. And I wish her the best, really. I don't know. I don't hold grudges.
So you're thinking about going longer than 30 minutes on this show?
No, I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to cut you off almost immediately now. We're three over right now, and I don't know. So what ball club do you root for there in Racine? You're caught between worlds.
Well, I'm in Florida part of the year, so I don't know. I guess I'm a Brewers fan because I'm here in the summertime.
Yeah. Is that your phone ringing on or mine?
Yeah, my is more than yours. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, you're my second call ever.
Well, I'm writing that down in my history book.
Yeah.
That's a great honor for
Well,
me.
let me ask you this, Mike, since I got you here. So you're retired now. Is that good? You say, oh boy, I'm retired, or I'm retired?
It's just a different life. You're still working. You just know it's paying you.
That's what I mean. Those are two very disturbing things. You're still working, you say?
Well, I mean, I'm doing things. But
yes, you're doing things. That could be. That's what I'm doing.
The mother-in-law needs this, or
Sure, you're available for work. Yeah. Okay. So that's about all you can. That's cool. So that's not so bad. But not getting paid for it is that's a new thrill. Or did you apply for your SS yet?
No, I haven't. I'm banking on the. I'm not quite at the 65 mark or 66, and it goes up 8% a year. So I'm trying to hold it, I guess, a little bit.
Really?
More out of the government, but
right. Hold out till you're 70, and if you die at 71, then you're wrong.
It's a diminishing return because usually in each deal I die shortly after, so I probably should take it fast.
Well, let's. Let's not worry about that. Now let's do this. You want to do a OneFer here? A OneFer here.
Sure.
Okay. Categories: current events, people, places, things you should learn in school, attention, science, and odds and ends. Pick any one of those there. Mike?
Well, I think it's science because that's what the category
Science was
of
our
the day
theme
is.
today,
You help the science banner up, so let's do science.
I always liked science. It was one of the things I liked most that I was no good at. Science.
All right.
I don't, because I don't have scientific method in anything. I just fly at something and either do it right or wrong. And you got scientific method. You got to go through all these steps, and you got to be, like rational or something. But science is very interesting. Anyhow, female dragonflies is the answer. And do they do something here? Do they A, pretend to be having their periods, B, be dead, or C, be male dragonflies to fend off unwanted suitors? So this is about a question about female dragonflies fending off unwanted suitors.
Well,
which of these do they do?
Child show, so let's see, how can I answer? I mean, how do you pretend to be male if you're a dragonfly? What would you do? I'm the wrong person to ask. I honestly am. I wish I could give you a straightforward answer on that, but I'd just be making it up. I'm sorry. So you're saying they pretend to be having their periods, they pretend they're dead, or they pretend to be male dragonflies? Maybe they're pretending to be infertile. Yeah.
Or do you think they might be pretending to be dead?
Pretending to be dead.
Yeah, feigning death.
Yeah. Okay. Now that I think about it, now that I reflect on this, that is probably the most likely thing to do for.
Good man. I'm giving you the bell on that one because that was so well thought out.
Wow.
You considered every possibility before being pushed into the right answer. That's right. They pretend to be dead, and it works for them.
All right.
And it works in other species as well, I might add. And how are you? Pretty good then, huh? What are you going to do now for the rest of your day? You've had this high moment.
I think I'll send a link of this podcast to everyone I know.
Really? That would be great because then it would start to spread the word, see, and that's very important.
Yeah, dozens of people would know about it then.
Yes. And you could call every week and we could have much of the same conversation. Call on Thursdays. Bryce will call on Tuesdays. And I don't have to book any
Warren
guests.
Buffett auctions off, have lunch with Warren Buffett and it makes a ton of money for his favorite charity or something. We could do that. I could drive up there and we have lunch someday.
Well, that's going too far. Honestly, I like you, Mike,
right.
but it's I don't have a lot of friends, and taking it's like a pig in a poke. Not to diminish it or anything like that, but you could turn out to be someone who's going to stalk me for my entire life for the price of a lunch. Even if you bought, would you buy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I should reconsider it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll think about that.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
All right,
and write me.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, right. Write me. You got the Gmail?
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
I shall.
Write me. What do you know? 2@gmail.com and give me a mailing address.
Got it.
Because we're sending you more of her Brodsky's and the Brodsky Boys coffee, Novo coffee from Denver, Colorado. You've never had coffee like this.
Very good.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Yep.
Okay. Now, if that all worked, and actually I was just not talking to myself, which also would be a good format, I think, pretending doing both ends of a conversation, or at least reacting to a conversation that no one else can hear. I think that would be just about the ideal format for me. I want to thank you for joining us. It was kind of fun, don't you think? And I'll be here again on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So the next one will be next week on Tuesday. We'll have an all-new format, and it'll be great. And so I look forward to talking to you. I am now going to do this thing here where you look at your outputs, and then you do this, and